let's dump the. Oh no, we better not. This is the last record. If you say document dump, then it's dynamic. Then it's dynamic. Then it's dynamic.
quick fix window cannot be added to the ignore buffer. The quick fix window cannot be added to the ignore buffer. I don't understand what quick fix is. I don't understand what quick fix is. I don't understand what quick fix is. FGE. Whoa. 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 Oh, hey Bjorn, what's up? Sorry, I didn't see that you joined in. Oh, hey Bjorn, what's up? Sorry, I didn't see that you joined in. Hey Google, set the lights to 100%. Hey Google, set the lights to 100%. Oh, yeah, I bet I do, since I'm not wearing my headphones. Alright, that should get rid of the echo. Oh yeah, I do have my stream open here, so. Yeah, thanks. Come on, Vimeo. Should have used YouTube. So how's it going, man? How's your night been? Just doing a couple of assignments. Awesome. Yo, why isn't this video loading? There's no reason it should be taking this long. This can't just be because my internet's bad, right? Yeah, I use Edge. What about it? Yeah, look, that loads instantly, and then in Safari it doesn't. Is there like an MP4 somewhere I can grab? Whoa, look at that. Whoa. You see that shit? That's kind of cool, right? Anyways, I'm just trying to see if there's like a URL or something. Like if there's an MP4 file that I can take. VP video. What's that? Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Hmm. Well, I guess I'll just watch it in here then. How long is this? This is so long. Oh my gosh. So do you use a lot of Vim, Bjorn? Oh, you probably can't hear this though.
Due to Vim, and it's due to Drew, because his Vimcast videos are really, really awesome, and his book is perfect. So I give you Vim, Precision Editing at the Speed of Thought by Drew Neal.
Thank you, Anders. Hello. I'd just like to start by saying I checked with Anders beforehand, and
Yeah, so the main reason, so that's a good point you bring up, Bjorn, that like, it takes a lot longer to open up VS Code and you have to like find the file and whatever and like click on it. So if you got to make like quick edits or any sort of edits, VS Code may be like slower. The main reason to use it, well, actually, I don't know what you mean by slow. Do you mean slow like like the program is slow, like it's slow to like open up or whatever, or do you just mean like you're not efficient while using it? Because the main reason to use Vim over VS Code isn't just that it's way more lightweight than VS Code. It's that you're not like efficient. Like I can do things so much faster in Vim than VS Code. If you are using VS Code though, there's a Vim plugin for it that's like really good. So I would, if you use VS Code, I'd say like right now, um, to get the Vim plugin because it's really fantastic. Ooh, excuse me. I wonder how many like thumbs up the Vim plugin has. 1 million? That's insane. Yeah, well, I mean, so you definitely should learn Vim, but I mean, if you get the Vim plugin, then it couldn't hurt, because you might accidentally learn a little bit of Vim. But definitely just getting the Vim plugin and like just using VS Code normally will not teach you what you need to know about Vim. There's like some really good YouTube videos on how to get started in Vim, but at least if you have it, I mean, again, you might accidentally learn a thing or two, so that's better than nothing. Can I like go to the whole marketplace? I'm actually interested to see like the most installed VS Code plugins. But I don't really know where that would be. Show popular extensions. Is this sorted by like 12 million, 7 million, 6 million, 5 million, 4 million, another 4 million, almost 4 million, almost 4 million, almost 4 million, 3 million? What's the best Git plugin? Because I have a Git plugin, but I don't know which one is like the best. I don't even know what Vue is. Oh no, I actually do know what it is. Let's see, 3 million. 3 million, wow. So there's, what does this mean? Does it mean it recommended? Oh, cool. What languages is this for? No, actually, I don't want to mess with that. Lion server, Java test runner. Wow. I'm surprised Code Runner isn't higher. But honestly, Code Runner is one of those things when it's like when you first get VS Code, like let's say you've used another thing before, like you've used like you're used to using Eclipse or something like that, and you get VS Code, the first thing that you like notice when you get VS Code is like, I can't freaking run my code, you know? So it's like Code Runner is like a lot of times like the first extensions that like those kinds of people get, because like then it gives you like a button to run your code, but then eventually you realize that like, but then as you get better with VS Code, but also just like Linux and like the terminal in general, you realize like, wait, Code Runner's like not nearly as, you know, but then you realize that like you just want to do things through the terminal anyway. So like now, like when I write code, like I don't do it through, like I don't run it through Code Runner. I'll just run it, in the built-in terminal. So I actually haven't used Code Runner in a while, but it's one of those things where it's like you kind of like definitely need it. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't used this in a while. HTML snippets. Um, yeah, I bet this one does. NPM support. Why isn't this one recommended? I have NPM installed. Oh, that's nice. Anaconda. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'd actually probably need this at some point. Material theme, XML tools. Ah, there we go. So this has 1 million. And what category is this under? Do these have categories? Because this is probably without a doubt the most downloaded one in its category. Setting. No, I don't think it has that info on here. Like, let's see Emacs. What do we got? 4,000. Poor Emacs. Can I sort this by like how did I do that before? Show popular extensions, and then I can probably do this, and it'll 52,000. Okay, that's better. How many? Is there another one that's like popular? No, not even close. That's not bad. Hey, I thought I sorted it by installs. Oh, I did sort it by. Sorry, I'm dumb. Yeah, but this one is like really good. I'm actually very impressed by it. Yeah, poor Emacs. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a super interesting stream in that case, but I'm just watching some videos.
And I know that marketing pitches aren't allowed at Eurodev, but he said it would be strange if I didn't mention that I'd written a book on the subject. So I want to mention that Practical Vim is now shipping. I have 2 copies here, and I'd like to invite questions at the end of my session, and I'm going to give these 2 copies away to the best questions. So there's a little sweetener for you. So please be thinking, and please challenge me at the end. Tell me if you think I'm talking rubbish, or ask me any questions. I look forward to your questions.
Can I speed this up? No.
There's 2 reasons why you might diss Vim. The first one is that you just don't get it. And for that, I don't blame you. Vim is so different to every other text editor out there, and it really does require some investment on your part to understand how it works. The other reason why you might diss Vim is because you confuse it with VI. And there's no excuse for that. Okay. VI is 1970s technology. Vim, state of the art, is 1990s technology. Please. Vim's been around 20 years. Even if you think that you're using VI, if that's what you type at the command line, almost always these days it's an alias for Vim. So please don't call it VI. I saw this on Twitter and I thought it was worth sharing. Coding with VI is like changing the sheets in a hotel room by sticking a bent coat hanger in through the keyhole. I'm guessing some of you can relate to what Kent Brew is saying here. And I think if you're used to working with graphical text editing tools and you're used to all of the functionality being readily discoverable, then Vim can seem incredibly minimal, and it's difficult to believe that there is functionality under the hood there. And you know, perhaps you use it because it's the only thing that's available when you are working on a remote machine over SSH, for example. And that SSH connection, that feels like the keyhole, and Vim is this blunt instrument, it's this coat hanger. But in fact, if you lift the hood and if you learn how to use Vim, it really is a power tool. There's no reason to see it as being this limiting factor. It's extremely capable. And so I hope that I can address this.
Oh, you don't know the difference?
Yeah,
so just yeah, VI is like way back. I mean, I guess he's saying it's from the 70s, and then Vim is like, just think of Vim as being like Vi, but a lot better.
The Vim way. So I think we need to begin by talking about modal interfaces, because Vim is famously modal. And what that means is, whereas with most text editors, when you type the keys on the keyboard, text goes into the document. That's what you expect. That's the standard text editing experience. But Vim doesn't fly this way. Instead, in Vim, every key on the keyboard performs some command.
Vim alias. Yeah, so most things do that. Well, maybe not like exactly like as an alias, but it's pretty much an alias. What it actually is that it's probably like a symlink. I think I might have manually aliased it, so like if I do, oh, yeah, okay, so here it's alias to Vim, but I did that like manually. So if I unalias it, like if I do vi, it's here, and then if I do lsl, so you can see that it goes actually to this. So oh, actually, so I think it's a little bit tricky because wait, why is it linked to mvim? Won't this open it graphically? No. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. Oh no, that's gvim. So what this read like, even though it looks like it's alias to it, I mean, even though it looks like it's just a symlink to Vim, and Vim is just pretty much Vim, um, the binary can actually tell. Fun fact. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it actually is true. If you think you're running Vi, you're actually running Vim. But if you type in Vi and then you open Vim, Vim can actually tell that that you ran Vim using the word Vi. So then it actually it changes one configuration option to make it like more compatible with 1970s Vi.
And here we have a cheat sheet. You can find this online if you Google for it. I think this infographic has done a great job of capturing all this dense information in a very small space. But it's quite intimidating, I think. There's so much information there, and to me it somewhat resembles the control panel of an airline cockpit. And there's a similar feeling that if you press the wrong button, then everything might just crash and burn. So there's a lot of complexity in Vim, and it doesn't hide it. And it's easy to delete half your document without meaning to. So some people ask me, well, why on earth would you want a modal interface for a text editor? That's crazy. And I think modal interfaces are good because I think they're economical. Let me show you an example where I think a modal interface would be an improvement. And that is the standard television remote, DVD remote, Sky remote in this case. That's a lot of buttons. And I've found, I don't know what most of these buttons do. I found that most of the time, most of these buttons do nothing. And I don't think this was ever a good solution to the problem of controlling these devices. But I think today we're even less tolerant of it because we're used to this. We're used to beautiful touch interfaces where the only buttons that are available for you to press are the buttons that are relevant to the task at hand, the context right now. Now, one way that we could define a modal interface is to say that every button performs a different function in each mode. And I would say that a touch interface is a kind of a modal interface because in a touch interface, every pixel performs a different function in each mode. And so if you have this idea of modal interfaces being this scary thing, then I'd like to invite you to sort of entertain the idea that touch interfaces are a kind of modal interface. And I'd also like to show you a few other examples of where modal interfaces show up, where perhaps you don't expect them. TextMate, for example, a famously non-modal text editor. If you press Command F, then it brings up this dialog window with a find field and a replace field. And so long as that is topmost, any keys that you enter with your keyboard, they don't enter text into the document underneath. Instead, they enter text into one of these fields. So that's an example of modality. In this case, it's keyboard focus. Here's another example. Command A is a sort of standard OS X thing for select all. It works across many applications. And in TextMate, it does just what you would think. It selects every line of the current document. However, if I use my mouse and I go and click on some file in the project drawer, and then I press Control A, Command A, instead it selects every file in the project explorer. So there's another example of the same key combination doing a slightly different thing depending on the context. So TextMate is a modal editor. You can find examples of modality in most text editors, I would argue. And so to rephrase the question, why would you want a modal editor? I would instead prefer to ask it as, well, why wouldn't you optimize for a modal editing tech experience? And my favorite simile for describing the way that Vim works is to compare ourselves with a painter at work. Now, the way that a painter makes a painting is by applying paint to a canvas. But if you watch them at work, most of the time, their paintbrush is not actually touching the canvas. There's so many other things that a painter does. They'll spend time studying their subject. Perhaps they'll spend time preparing the subject, dealing with lighting and so on. They spend time preparing their paints, mixing paints, creating the right colors. And only when they're ready, they actually apply the brush strokes. But even then, they don't always use a brush. Perhaps they might use a palette knife to create a different texture. Or perhaps they might use a cotton bud to remove paint. You know, there's all sorts of tools at a painter's disposal. And I feel that the way that Vim works, not being in insert mode all the time, that's like the painter at ease, at rest. And when we switch to insert mode, that is like placing the paintbrush on the canvas. That's where we actually change the document. We add text or we remove text. These are the brush strokes each time we enter into insert mode and come back out again. And I would argue that we spend most of our time not inserting text. And so it seems to me appropriate that we spend most of our time not in insert mode. And that frees up the keys to do other things, such as navigate our code base and move around. There's another simile that I enjoy for describing the Vim way, and that is to compare our QWERTY keyboards with the piano keyboard. Again, in most text editors where pressing the unmodified keys inserts text, if you want to invoke some command, you have to do so by holding down a
Jeez,
modifier
I'm gonna have
key,
to
such as
watch
command.
this another time. That is difficult to watch, to say the least. What is Vim called? Real Vim ninjas count every keystroke. You pick a challenge, fire Vim, and show us what you got. Simply add a semicolon. Okay, let's try this. This is cool. So I guess what this site is that it has a bunch of like Vim challenges. I don't know why this looks like so bad. It's like I'm not. What? It's messing things up. That's kind of annoying. Like when I'm pasting it, I shouldn't be doing that. Although it's probably just the text. Anyways, so what I have to do is that I have to add a semicolon to the end of each line. Oh, but I can't add it to the end of this line. I might just do a regex. So what I would do if I have %s, I'm trying to remember, what is the thing for a non-white space character? Okay, it's capital S. So if I do capital S and line, I'm going to, oh shoot, and then I'm gonna have to capture it. Boom, did it. Now how many characters long is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I also needed some things to like run it and to get to that mode. That can't be a good score. Oh, 10. That's pretty good. I can only sign in with Twitter. All right. I can see the other solutions by submitting a higher ranked entry. Okay. So how can I submit it? How do I submit it? Submit challenge? No, that's a new challenge. Do you see how to submit an entry here? Changelog? Oh. I have to. Oh, that's a bot. You really want me to do this? I don't even. What is gem? Like a Ruby thing? I probably have to update it, right? This could take a while. Did I do that right? Gem update. Oh, that's not what I care about. I probably did it right. Actually, can I get some verbosity there? Oh. Just trying to play some golf, man. How does gem work? I just want to make sure that, like, because I want to install it, like, globally or whatever, into the local repository. Oh, what the heck are you? Okay, I don't know what this is all about. I don't care. Gem install the Evolve. Hopefully you guys don't steal my key. Save Happy Golfing. What is this? Oh, here we go. Hang on. Okay, retry. Do slash. What are we looking for? Hey Geotrick, what's up, man? Okay, so what are we looking for? We're looking for any non-white space character, followed by end line, and then we want to replace that with the first one, and then a semicolon. All right, I think we're good. Okay, X, upload result, and quit. All right, now let's try it. So unlock 900. Okay, so these are all the people that I did better than. Is that how this works? What was my score? My score is 22. Not bad. Here's all the people that did 21. There's me. Who did better than me? J.J. Wow, all these people are doing these terrible solutions. How can I do this better? Let me see. Vim run dot command on each line. See, I know I can do and A, but I want to run something that'll run in on all of them. So like what I want to do is that I want to record, right? So I'm going to go Q, A, semicolon, escape, Q. Then what I want to do is that I want to run this. So like how can I run this on everything? Like can I do and Q, G? Come on. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, select the block of text. Okay, I got this. I'm gonna try it again. So QQ and semicolon, escape, then Shift V, G. Oh crap, I messed it up. Hang on. No, I messed it up again. So now I copied everything. I mean, I'm sorry, now I've selected everything, and then if I do and Q, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Oh, I see. So what this guy did is that he did. Okay, let me try it this way. If I do 6J, all right. If I did 5J, I jump to the N. So I do this, Control V. No, dang it. No. Oh, what if I did it like that? So what if I just do Control V? Sorry, Control V, and then do a semicolon. What? Why didn't that work? Control V, G. Okay. No. Okay, so I could jump to the end of the line. Man, run recording. So I'll do QQ, A, escape, finish recording, then do colon. How do I do all of them? Oh, percent norm star at Q. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. Then I'm gonna do 2K X. What do we got? What? It had a freaking white space character, you crazy motherfucker. Okay, let me retry this. Mass says hi. Hey Mass, how's it going? Man, I'm trying to do some Vim golf right now. So what I think I can do, so QQ A semicolon escape Q. What is that? Percent norm star norm exclamation mark at Q. Then do 2K. Yes, Vim golf is for practicing Vim. What? Oh, I get it. I understand what I did wrong now. Okay. So yeah, this is for practicing Vim. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start recording, jump to the end, put in a semicolon, press escape, stop recording. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for $2 to the end, norm bang at Q. Then I'm gonna go up twice, press X, I'm done. That was 33? Dang. That's really bad. Is somebody like trying to get the worst on? Because that's pretty bad. Man, it took 21 keystrokes. Alright, let me try a better one. Because I already got it once, so. Simple, practical, and common. Sometimes I find I need to do some things I do all the time. I should be able to be done with very few keystrokes, but sometimes I find myself. Sometimes I find something I need to do makes me go, there must be a better way. This challenge is simple, moving and entering text at a certain place. Oh, this isn't bad, right? So if I do 7J, oh gosh, enter new. No, I typed it wrong. Okay, hang on. Retry. Okay. 7J, enter new text. Oh, okay, I didn't see that. So, 6, I'm sorry, I messed it up. 5J, okay, I'm just gonna do this basic, but oh gosh, I put in 2 spaces. Alright, I think I know a better way to do this, but for now, just the first time I do it, I'll make it easy. Verse 7, 11. And then we'll do 2J, new text. What's their like shitty solution there? 427? God, what a loser. How are these people doing it? Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That actually was what I was gonna do. You don't believe me, but it was. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do V T1. I'm gonna do Y 6J P. No. Okay, V T1 Y 5J P. What? I didn't know that would happen. V F1 Y 5J. Is there a way I can make a new line? Okay. Vim new line without insert. What? Why did you copy that? So I have to do V F R Y 5J O escape P. And then where's the challenge? A7 space 11 2J O enter new. Oh god damn it. Okay. V. I messed it up again. V T R. Oh, that's what I messed up. Hang on. V. I'm 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 so bad at this. Okay. V T1 Y. Oh, yeah, see you, Bjorn. Thanks so much for stopping by. Sorry this wasn't the most this is the most intense coding stream you've ever seen. V T R. I mean V T1 Y 5J O escape P A 711. No, I can't type. Okay. V T1 Y 6J O escape P A711 escape 2J O new text. Is that like the exact same as my old score? Like, what was my old score? Okay, how'd I do? Where am I? What was my score again? 34? Oh, there's so many people with better scores than me. They did it just slightly better. What did they do? Alright, I'll just... Okay. So they do YY 5 J P F1 Y space. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm not smart enough for Vim. Oh man, fuck this. I'm going back to Notepad++. See you guys, let's raid somebody. Who are we raiding? I can't, I'm not, my brain's not big enough for Vim. Who's on right now? Alright. Guys, let's go look at some stars.
Little guy looks.
Dark Fate is the Terminator.
Alright. Guys, let's go look at some stars. And, you know, normally I don't do these sorts of streams. I'll do like, you know, I like to try to do, you know, like I do like legit coding streams. I'm working on an operating system right now. I also like to do data science, a bunch of stuff. I really like learning with you guys and hanging out and all that stuff. So, you know, most streams aren't going to be like super boring code golf. So if somebody wants to follow, I'd really, really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. Yeah, that's me selling out. So that's my sell for the night. Thanks so much. I'm really working on being a better streamer. So have a good night, guys.
Nice. Yeah, I'm getting my Pluto emote going, so we'll have that. I know Third Rock and hey Vegaro. Thanks for the raid party of 3. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Vegaro or Veggie Rot. Thanks for showing up. We're looking at it. See that nebula? It's a planetary nebula we're looking at there. Let me blow it up for you guys. You can take a look at it. Just go big or go home. This is called the bow tie nebula, and it's got a little bit of a shape to him. And let me just show you what he looks like. Let me give him a little more light on the subject here. Give him a little more. Wait for it. I just adjusted the camera controls. It's gonna take about 8 seconds to load up this current live stream image of the bow tie nebula we're checking out. This was a request that came in. Hey, that's a great raid. I'll take it all, baby. Welcome, Veggie Rot. I like that name. So there you go. I'm kind of super blown up in here, but that's the bow tie nebula. So that was the request. And hey, just for you guys who just came in, I'm gonna give you some eye candy. I'm gonna give you guys a treat because I appreciate the raid. So if you'll bear with me 1 second, we're gonna go check out some eye candy here. We're taking a live feed from the Rasa 11-inch scope back there. You'll see now you're gonna see some lines because it's slewing. And let me go down to 25 on magnification, and I think we're gonna be fine on that. We're gonna be good there. Okay, give it a second. Wait for it. Pluto is the king of planets. It's kind of weird. A little off-center tonight. Wait for the next one. There we go. How do you like that? How do you like that, guys? You raid party? What do you think about the great Andromeda galaxy? She looks like... I'll take it, Veggie. I'll take that all day long. Hey, we're open to all comers here, man. I don't care what you believe. As long as you believe that Pluto's a planet, you can stay. That's my only rule. Pluto's a planet, damn it. That's all we care about. Got a little bit of a backlash there. Wait for that backlash to finish, and it'll be a nice, pretty picture for you guys. So this is the Andromeda Galaxy off to the side here. When it cleans up, that's M110. And then this little smudge right here. Yeah, it's okay. So it's as far as being it's a hologram, right? Everything's a hologram out there. So as far as it being a hologram, it's a planet hologram. Hey, that's just for you. Don't be sad, Veggie Rot. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. That's for you right there. I just gave you a galaxy. I gave you a trillion stars. I want you to duck, though, because she's coming in hot. She's coming in at 76,000 miles per hour. I think actually we're falling into her because she's 5 times as big as the Milky Way. She's our big sister. She's got a couple of dwarf galaxies next to her that she's pulling along with her, and we're all being motated towards the Great Attractor, whatever the hell that is. We don't know, but we're going that way for sure. Unless you're a flat earther, then it doesn't really matter what we're doing. And all bets are off. It's all a hologram. Yeah, or no, you can go with the Matrix. Go with Sean Carroll. No, Sean Carroll's not. He's not on the simulation. Who's the guy who's big on the simulation theory? Hey, Bob blah 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 blah. Yeah, we got Eurectum coming into play. Eurectum's rising in the east, right over here. See him? See him over there? Right there. Eurectum's rising in the east. He's coming into play. Neptune is kind of setting in the west. Where's Neptune at? Neptune somewhere too. I can't see it right now. It's up there somewhere. I can go check out Neptune when I find it. We've been checking out that a lot. Rain, yeah. No. Petardo Gamer, you may have missed this when I went over my rules for planethood. I don't care what the International Planetary Society of Idiots says. They use this very specific thing. It has to be round. I mean, that's pretty good. I'd agree with their first criteria that in order to be a planet, you have to be big enough that your gravity causes you to be round. You got to orbit the sun. I'm gonna go thumbs up on their second one. But then this Interplanetary Society of Morons, the third thing that they say is that you have to clear your orbit of debris or something like that. I'm not really sure the definition, and that's what disqualifies in their mind Pluto as being a planet. So first of all, I don't care about their silly rules. They're arbitrary. So the first two were pretty cool. I won't give them any grief over the first two rules. They seem pretty reasonable. This clearing the planet of its orbit, I don't really think that's necessary. But here's why I don't think that Ceres is a planet. I'll let it be a dwarf planet. Is this reason? It's because in the first grade I learned that Pluto was a planet. Period. All right, that's if I learned it was a planet in the first grade, then it's a planet. I learned a mnemonic that had all 9 planets in it, and so according to my mnemonic and my first grade teacher, Miss Fortzell, Pluto is a planet, and she's the authority on the matter. There you go. End of argument. There's nothing you can say that will convince me that she did not tell me that it was a a planet. Now, she did not tell me that Ceres was a planet. I mean, I imagine she didn't even know what the hell Ceres was. I mean, she was a great lady, but I don't think she was really that much into astronomy. She was just reading this out of a book to us. It was like part of her first grade teacher curriculum thing, so she's read it to us. But that being said, I don't care what Neil deGrasse Tyson says. Ms. Fortzell is the authority on the matter. Ceres is a dwarf planet, or it's in the asteroid belt, so it's a dwarf planet, I think, is what it's classified as. I think it's even bigger than Pluto, actually. Can you show Vega? Vega's behind a tree right now, and it's just a star. So, I mean, I could show you any star, and it'd look the same. It's just a bright star. But it's Vega is behind. Let me see. Oh, you know what? You want to try it? You want to shoot between the